All right, what's up, y'all? So today is Friday, April 26th. I posted a video today, but it was from a couple days ago. So on this video, it's just gonna be all about my ramp. So I purchased I used to have a 6-foot long ramp, which I still have it back there. It's the one directly behind me. And then the one by the door is a new ramp I purchased. My old ramp is 6 feet long, and it's really steep. I can load things, washers, dryers, all that stuff, but the incline is pretty steep. So I decided to since I got a bigger van and I can haul refrigerators, I decided to get a longer ramp, and I purchased it off of Amazon. I don't recommend a specific brand. There's different type of ramps you can get. I almost got a 12-foot long ramp, but I felt like 10 was long enough. So I've used it a couple times. I love it. I'm gonna show you how I set it up. It is heavy, so I'm just gonna do like kind of a full review of it. I'm gonna set it up, I'm gonna use it, and then I'm gonna tell you some of the things I like and don't like about it. And it's up to you if you want to get a ramp like that. But I do recommend it. If you have a high roof van, even if you don't have a high roof van, even the medium roof, I think it'll work great. It'll definitely help you, especially when you're working by yourself. So I like to work by myself because I make more money. When you have to work, you're doing like a dolly job with a helper, with somebody else, you have to split the money. So any job that I could do by myself, for one, I could charge the customer less money because they don't have to pay for my helper. And then also, it's just easier because sometimes my wife is using my helper, but if she's not available and I have another helper, he's on something, he can't help me, then I'm stuck, I'm by myself. So I want to still be able to do the job, and the ramp is the way I can do it. So anyways, the job is with Taskrabbit. This lady booked me a couple days ago. She lives on a first floor apartment. She needs me to move her washer and dryer to a storage unit, which is like a mile away. So I kind of told you guys I have a flat rate of either $65 or $75 depending on what the item is. This person lives close to me, and like I said, the drive is like a mile away. So I'm not gonna charge her $75. I charge her $65. That's my hourly rate, which is $40 an hour, plus my $25 vehicle leasing fee, and that's it. So should be a quick, easy job. But like I said, I'm gonna show you the whole setup of the ramp, so you can see if that's something you want to get for your vehicle. All right, y'all, just pulled up to the apartment complex, and the customer actually gave me the code, so I do recommend that. But I have a video on Taskrabbit I'll be posting soon on my Rumble page. So all right, so got the code, no delays, and I'm just gonna go find the building and get my van set up. So my van is pretty long. I think it's like 16-17 feet long, and then the ramp is 10 feet long. So you definitely want to have space. You want to create enough space, at least 30 feet. You're gonna need at least 30-35 feet of space. So you might not be able to park like right next to where you're going, but you'll see what I'm talking about. It takes up a lot of space. All right, you guys, so I'm here at the apartment. Again, a lot of space. So I didn't put my plates on yet. I just picked up my plates, but I'm ordering a new frame, so I'm still waiting for that to come in the mail. So I'm using my kids' football cones too. I started using those, so I got 2 more back there. I'm gonna set up. So the apartment is the first door on the right over here. Just got to go down these steps, and I'm gonna show you guys the full setup of this ramp. This is by myself, so technically this type of ramp is for wheelchairs, but you can use it for what I'm using it for. It's supposed to be a two-person setup. So when you're by yourself, this thing is heavy, man. So let me just set the camera down and Let's see, we can get this thing set up. So I'm just gonna unwrap it real quick. I put the blanket around it to keep it quiet. Move all this stuff out the way. Alright, so long man, wood come while I'm trying to talk. So the ramp, it has handles. So it has a handle, so you can carry it right here. I carry it with 2 hands though, because I feel like that's gonna break eventually. So I try to carry it with 2 hands. It's got these safety pins. This is supposed to go in the ground. This is for wheelchairs, but I had to install the chains from my old ramp, which is this one. So anyway, I'll get into that later. So this is the top side. This is the part that's going to connect to the bumper, and then you'll see when I set it up. So it is heavy. It's about 80 pounds. It's dead weight, so it's really heavy. All right, so let me get it set up real quick. Hopefully y'all can see. All right, so I'm gonna move the camera so you can see a little better, but this part right here, you want it to face away from the van, and you'll see why in a second. So just gonna spin it around, and we're gonna put it about 6 feet away from the van. So you want it like this. So you want this side with the pins facing away from the van. So that's gonna help me open it up. So let me set the camera down. Hopefully you guys can see. Should be able to see from there. There we go. All right, here's the setup. Pull the pins out. All right. So it's gonna open one side at a time. Open it up. Use that as a kickstand. I'm gonna open this side up. All right. So got it opened up, and like I said, it's obvious. This is the bumper side. Chains are gonna connect to my D-rings, and then this is extra support right here in the middle. You can adjust this. This whole thing spins, so you can adjust it to the height of the ground. It's gonna give you extra support, and then you just lock it with this screw right here. So let me finish setting it up real quick. So it's kind of tricky lifting it up by yourself, but I'm gonna get it done. All right, so this is how it looks. Remember these scratches right here? You saw I had to drag it. See these scratches on the ground? I'll talk about that when I do my review. So I'm gonna connect the chains first. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna connect the chains first. See if it's windy today. Hope you can see. So I'm gonna run the chain through the D-ring. Pull it as tight as you can. Make sure it's flush. I try to put the ramp in the middle. Pull it as tight as you can. Hook it, and then we're gonna do the other side. pull it as tight as you can, hook it, give it a wiggle, make sure it's secure. All right, now, so we got the chains hooked up. Just ran it through the D-ring, just like that. Got it centered. All right, now we're gonna secure the feet. So I used my ramp yesterday. I was in a driveway, so I had to adjust the feet. So these are already, they're already on the ground, so we're good. Yeah, once it hits the ground, it's gonna tighten this little lock. That's gonna keep it in place. So they're already touching the ground, we're good to go. This side, same thing. That's tight. And once we're done, just gonna give it a test. So give it a test. Just gonna walk up the ramp, make sure it's stable. Good to go. All right. So technically, I could lower the feet a little bit because it's kind of bending right here in the middle. It's kind of bending up, but it's not like a significant bend. So, and we're just doing a wash. If I was doing a refrigerator, I would lower the legs a little bit just so it's more flush. All right, so let me grab my dolly. I'm gonna go get the washer and dryer and show you how easy it is to load with the ramp. So if I wasn't talking, I could do this probably in about 5 minutes to set it up. All right, guys, sorry about the noise. They got the lawn people out here, but I just came down from that hallway, down the steps, and got it hooked up to my dolly right here. I'm just gonna walk it right up the ramp. So hopefully you can hear me. Sorry about all the noise. Very easy. All right, y'all, I don't know if you could have heard me, but the lawn people are right by me. So yeah, it was really easy. Down the steps, super easy. So I'm just gonna go up the ramp so you can see what it looks like. So, like, this is one of the lightweight washers. These, I can actually lift those up myself onto the bumper and then up. But I just wanted to show you guys, you know, how the ramp works. Works great. All right, so you could go forward or backwards. Forwards could be easier because you get to use more of your legs. Going backward, you're using more arm strength pulling up. I go real slow, take it easy. It's easy. I think it's easy either way. So I prefer to go backwards though. That's just my preference. So I'm gonna tie this down, go get the dryer, and then I'll show you from another angle. All right, y'all, so just grab the dryer and I'm gonna actually go forward with it because the dryers are usually lighter. Just to show you different ways you can do it, but this ramp makes one-man jobs super easy. Can't get easier than this, man. Do it from about right here. All right. So this is why I don't like doing it this way, because I can't really see. I got to keep going like this. So I prefer to go backwards. This is why I like to go this way. I can see. So you got to use more arm strength, but you can still use your legs. So more arm strength and just pull it up slowly. I can see the wheels. It's on the ramp. This is how I prefer to do it backwards. All right, so now the breakdown, I'm just gonna break it down. I'm not gonna tie it up. I'm just gonna lay it on the side because I'm gonna use it again. I really don't have to, but I'll probably set it up again because the customers like to see that. They like to see all the equipment that you use. pin in. All right, y'all, we are all strapped up. I used my new D-rings, so we're able to go across the side. I kept the dolly connected to that one, so be a quick unload. And I'm debating if I'm gonna use my ramp. I might not, but I'm not gonna show that because I don't want to keep the customer waiting. She's following me over there. But just want to show you guys the use of that ramp. It does take a little bit of work. It's better if you have a partner to help you set it up, take it down, but definitely worth the investment. It's gonna make my job a lot easier. All right, y'all, so I'm following behind the customer, and the drive is 2 minutes away. I don't know if you can see that. It's 2 minutes away, 0.6 miles. So again, like I said, this person lives pretty close to me, like 4 miles away, and like this is how far I'm driving. So I am not gonna charge, you know, I'm not gonna charge that much. I'm gonna charge my minimum. So $65. Easy job, man. Easy job. All right, y'all. We're here at the storage unit, and again, like I said, I'm probably gonna set up my ramp just mainly for presentation, because I could take them down without doing that, but it looks better if you unload it professionally. So I'm just gonna use my ramp. It only takes a second to set up. It's not gonna take that long because I'm not gonna be recording. Just gonna make it quick, so I don't have to keep the customer waiting. All right, y'all, I'm all done, headed to the crib. So I'm gonna share this. I told you guys I'm gonna do a video on my Rumble account about Taskrabbit and how I charge, pretty much like a full breakdown. All the tips and advice that I give you that I think will help you be successful. It's all things that I do, and it's been proven, like it works. So I'm gonna share that. There's one other tip I'm gonna give you right now though. This is something I never did. So I actually waited. Usually I invoice the customer later on that day. I actually asked the customer if I could invoice them right now, instantly, and then I wanted to see what they see. That's very important when you're running your business on Taskrabbit. You should know what the customer, you know, what they see after you invoice them. So my charge was $65. And I invoiced it, so it's $40 an hour plus an additional $25 expense, so it's $65. That's my charge. The customer is aware that there's fees, but they don't know how much. Well, actually, no, they do know. So when I looked at her phone before I invoiced her, it showed my rate, $40 an hour, and it showed $15 fee, whatever the fee was. I didn't really read what it said, but it's Taskrabbit's fee. Once I invoiced her, it took about 2 to 3 minutes to update. She refreshed her phone and it showed all the charges. So it showed $40 an hour, $25 expense for me, $65 total. That was what she paid, plus the $15. The total amount that she has to pay is $82. So that's important for me to know that and to understand the fees so that the customer is not surprised. They should know, because that's not my platform, that's Taskrabbit's platform. So I'm sure they make it clear to customers that they do have to pay a fee, and that fee is usually, I'm assuming it's adjusted based on the amount. of the pay of the job. That's how Taskrabbit makes their money, off of the fees that they charge customers. I don't have to pay for leads. I don't have to pay a monthly fee or anything. So it's free for me to use, and they make their money from the customer. So it's good and bad, because I'd rather the customer pay the fee than me, but at the same time, you have to watch your prices, because, you know, you give the customer a certain price and then they end up paying way more than what they expected. And it's not your fault, it's their fault. They should know and understand. But anyways, that's important. You should do that. You should know what the customer is actually being charged. That's great for your business to understand that. So anyway, that was my first time doing that, so I got to see what the screen looks like. And it also gives them the option to rate the job. She gave me 5-star, and also to send a tip if she liked. So tips, I'll get to that later. I got a lot to say on Taskrabbit. That'll be on a Rumble video coming soon. So anyways, I'm gonna end the video with my rating of that ramp. This is the ramp. I bought it off of Amazon. And like I said, I don't recommend any brand or anything. Do your own research, find what you like. Me personally, I really like this ramp. It's a game changer for me. And you should see the cost and everything. But I think it's worth the money, especially with the type of work I'm doing. And it helps me do jobs that I could do by myself. You know, it's 2-man jobs that I could do by myself because I have that ramp. So that definitely helps. Oh, the customer just paid me too. Let me see what she gave me. All right, yeah. So she just paid me $65. I never pressure customers for tips. That's something I don't believe in that. That comes from, honestly, she don't have to tip. You know, they already charge fees and everything, so I don't really expect a tip from when you work with Taskrabbit. But I never put pressure on customers for tipping and all that stuff. I'm not into that stuff. Anyways, we're getting off track. So the ramp, I give it, out of 10, I give it a 9. And the only reason I can't give it a full 10 is, the only thing I don't like about it is the top part where it sits on the bumper, the plate. That part seems kind of weak. Again, that ramp is not necessarily made for the work I'm doing. It's a wheelchair ramp, so I can't really complain too much. But that is something I don't like. Even with a person in a wheelchair, like that thing needs to be sturdy. It feels a little wobbly at the top. And I don't care how sturdy I get it, I tighten the chains, it always feels a little wobbly. It's still safe. I have no issues with, you know, hauling anything, but it just doesn't feel as strong as the bottom part. The bottom part is really strong. The top part is kind of flimsy. So I have that one complaint. The second thing is, I showed you guys that scratch that the ramp made on the cement. So the very first time I used that ramp, I delivered a refrigerator and I backed into the customer's driveway. And you know, when you're setting up that ramp by yourself, sometimes you kind of have to drag it to get it up on the bumper, and it'll scratch the cement. It was already a raggedy, you know, it wasn't a big deal, but you don't want to do that to some houses. You don't want to do that to. So I decided from that point on to I'm only going to park on the street, and I'm going to set it up in the street. So that's something I don't like. I feel like they should have some type of like rubber padding or something at the bottom, like some type of rubber or something to keep it from scratching. Some type of cushion. That would be nice if they had that. So again, I can't really complain about it because it's supposed to be 2 people setting up that ramp according to the directions. So when you're by yourself, it's kind of what you got to do. So that's the other thing I don't like. And the last thing is, it didn't come with chains. So it doesn't have to come with chains because, again, it's for a wheelchair. It's a wheelchair ramp. They have those safety pins, and those safety pins go into the ground. So if you have a person that has stairs leading up to their front door, those little safety pins, you put a hole in the ground, and that's where those go. that kind of acts as the chain. So they don't have to have chains, but it'll be nice if it came with chains, because those ramps are for vehicles too, for people to get in and out of vehicles. And anyways, it worked out because I was able to use the chains from my old ramp. And it's heavy. It's really heavy. I mean, it's nothing they can really do about that. It is what it is, but it is heavy. It's not light. It's not easy to handle by yourself, but if you can lift about 80 pounds, you can handle that ramp. So that's about it. Other than that, that thing is a game changer. I love how it folds up into 4 pieces, so it makes it really small, and it fits. It doesn't take a lot of space in my van. I love it, man. I love it. I give it a 9 out of 10. And that's the only things I don't like that makes it a 9. But if it had all that stuff that I mentioned, it'll be a 10. So they do have, I got a 10 foot, they have 12-foot ones. I almost got a 12-foot one, but I felt like that's just too long. I don't really need a 12-foot ramp. It's just, 10 is long enough for me. Even 8 feet probably would have been good enough, but it's the perfect amount of slope, and I haven't had any issues. So I pulled refrigerators up, no problem. Stoves, washers, dryers. Again, like I showed you guys, I like to go backwards. I don't like going forward because I can't see. And for me, I feel like it's harder pushing up like that. But unless you just want the workout, it's always, for me, it's easier to pull it backwards. So anyways, that's it, man. That's all I'm showing for this video. So definitely think about getting you a ramp. That's definitely gonna help your business. Buy it with your business account, your business debit card, credit card, whatever. And yeah, man. Anyways, y'all have a great one, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.